Hey YouTube, Sandy Frank here. Today's episode of Hobby Talk, I wanted to talk about the new 2025 Topps Chrome Star Wars. Just give a few thoughts on it. The format of it is very similar to last year. Let's go back another year. 2023 Topps Chrome Star Wars was just like a regular hobby box only. There wasn't any of this Breaker's Delight or anything like that. And there was also like blasters you could get, and there was one auto per box, and I thought that the card quality was pretty poor, and I wasn't a big fan of 2023 Topps Chrome Star Wars. 2024, last year's Topps Chrome Star Wars, went to a different format, which was these bigger size boxes. They're like 10 packs per box, and then 10 cards per pack. So a beefier pack, and you're guaranteed one auto per box. And it seemed like the card quality was way better. And they introduced the Breaker's Delight boxes. Now, I'm going to do another Hobby Talk episode on my thoughts on what Topps does with products. Now, 2024 was very well received, but it was also very reasonably priced from Topps when it first came out. It was not too expensive. It was like, I got pre-orders for, I think, $105 for a hobby box. And I think I got Breaker's Delight box for like $250. And I did not open my Breaker's Delight boxes. I still have those. But I did open a few of the hobby boxes because I got them at a good deal. But the box prices on those definitely went up. And then this year, I think, and also last year was the Ahsoka series, was the big focus of Topps Chrome 2024 was the Ahsoka series, which was really good, I thought. I was a fan of that show. This year's focus is more on the Acolyte, and also the Acolyte and Skeleton Crew. I have not watched Skeleton Crew yet, so I'm not going to say if that's bad or good or what, because I haven't seen it. But the Acolyte, it was okay, but I think a lot of people didn't like it, and I understand why. There's some weird choices they made in that show. This just goes further. Like Disney, Star Wars feels less and less like Star Wars the farther things go on with Disney, and that showed it had elements of Star Wars, but it just didn't feel like Star Wars. Where like I think Ahsoka, that series, it felt more like Star Wars, but it's because I was a big fan of Rebels. Maybe I understood the characters more. The Acolyte, I think it was an interesting story, but it just didn't feel like a Star Wars show to me. But I was hoping, like they made some nice. The last couple episodes were much better, but I think the show may have gotten canceled because it just didn't have a lot of people following that show. Oh, I will say, like Andor, that feels like Star Wars, even though it's very conventional. I have not watched Andor season 2 yet either. I need to get caught up in my Disney Star Wars stuff, but the first season of Andor was fantastic. Absolute awesome. I loved it. It felt like Star Wars. The universe felt like Star Wars. And it didn't really involve the Force, which is strange to say a show felt like Star Wars when there wasn't really Force-sensitive characters that much in there. But, yeah. The Acolyte has a lot of Force-sensitive characters, but, the story just... it frustrated me, I think, with the story, just because it just didn't feel like Star Wars. And then at the very end, they try to throw some really cool Star Wars stuff in it, and I think they try to cram in some stuff to try to get a second season, and it just didn't go over. But I will give Skeleton Crew a chance. I know nothing about that show, but I will say I've watched some breaks of this, and I'm not impressed. I think the card quality is awesome, but there is so many characters from Acolyte and Skeleton Crew, shows that either were not well received or shows that I don't think a ton of people have seen yet. That this set seems strange. Like, I mean, you still have some classic characters from Star Wars, but there's so many of the base cards are from these two shows, and I even watched the Acolyte, and there's some of those character cards that I'm like, I don't remember this character. So they went deep on the characters from the new shows, and a lot of the autographs you're going to be hitting characters from these shows. I even saw some characters from the Resistance animated series, which was like a really bummer because that show was not good. I couldn't even finish it. I watched, a few episodes and it just wasn't doing it for me. And unfortunately, there was a year of Masterwork. I think it was 2020 Masterwork. That set is loaded, absolutely loaded with Resistance animated show characters, and it just ruined Masterwork that year because it's just like almost so many animated autos. And when you're buying Masterwork and paying big money for Masterwork, you want, maybe you might be cool with like Clone Wars or Rebels autographs, but a show that was not very good with a bunch of animated character autographs, yeah, that was a rough set, even being Masterwork. So I hate when I see some of these Resistance characters get the hits being odd. That's one reason I didn't really care that much for 2023 Topps Chrome Star Wars, because there was a lot of animated character autos from the Resistance, from that show. And I did notice in the breaks I was seeing some characters from that show. It's like, let's move on past that, please. But Master Soul, and this character, the Sith guy, if he is a Sith, I don't know. We didn't get to really learn a lot about his background, but he's definitely a dark Force user. Those two characters are really cool. I would love to have autos of those guys. So there is some good from the Acolyte in here, and I believe you can get Jude Law autos. So there's some good things about 2025 Star Wars, but there's also the negative things. I do think they made the Breaker's Delight boxes better, because now, like in 2024 Breaker's Delight boxes, you basically got 5 parallels that were just a different, like they weren't numbered or anything. They were just exclusive Breaker's Delight parallels, and they kind of fell flat. This year, you get, I believe, 3 or 4 of the base parallels, and then you get I have seen some boxes that didn't have one, but almost every box has a numbered exclusive Breaker's Delight box parallel numbered to 25 or less, which that could be a really nice card, and also another parallel of those Breaker's Delight exclusive cards. So they did juice that up a little bit, but all in all, I really don't care for Breaker's Delight. I got them because it's Star Wars, and I've been collecting Star Wars boxes from Topps for a while, so I wanted to have a couple to put in my collection. But if they just got rid of Breaker's Delight boxes for good, I would be very happy. I just don't care for it. I think it dilutes the products. Like, I feel like a lot of these big hits that people are getting out of the Breaker's Delight boxes, like sketch cards and stuff like that, those should have gone into the hobby boxes. And I feel that way about every single release that Topps does that has a Breaker's Delight version. I just don't like them. But Star Wars are the only ones I've ever bought. Like, I will not buy, and I kind of don't want to buy any of the product if they have like Breakers Delight boxes in like sports products, because I know so many of the big hits are going to be from the Breakers Delight boxes, and that just doesn't set well. And they've saved me some money because I did not buy much of those products that have Breakers Delight boxes. Anyway, I give the card design an A+. The card's design is beautiful. Eventually, I'm gonna find a hobby box at a good price. I'm saving these two, and I'll open one of those on the channel. Actually, you know what? I'll probably open this one because it's damaged, and then I'll just buy another one. The price of these are dropping too, by the way, so I'll probably get a replacement box for that one and just open one on the channel so we can see what it looks like. And damaged boxes for the win, right? So stay tuned. I'll probably open this dented box, and then at some point buy a replacement box when the price gets cheaper, I should say. So again, my review of this, the base cards look really good. Very nice looking quality. We'll get a closer look when we open this. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the new shows kind of like dominating the product. I wish it was like a smaller mix of them with the more classic characters. But you know, it is true. They've done these classic characters over and over and over in every Star Wars set. So maybe this is the type of set that they're going to bring in some new characters. If that's what they seem to be doing with Topps Chrome Star Wars, so be it. Last year's, like I said, was amazing because it had all the Ahsoka stuff. Maybe we'll open that and get a really nice auto. That would be great. But my guess is that it's not going to have anything that great. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. What do you guys think of 2025 Topps Chrome Star Wars? I'm going to give it a C. Mainly because of the price. If the price comes down, I think it'll be worth opening some. But man, at this, the introductory prices are just really rough. I just feel like unless you got it direct from Topps, it's really tough to get a good deal on these boxes. And you're probably not going to make your money on these boxes of what you put in, but you do it for fun, right? All right, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Later.